Hi friends, welcome back to Dergy be Playin 9 hours, 9 persons. Wow. You can tell that I'm still used to saying that game's title. That's funny. What I mean is VLR, Virtue's Last Reward. But anywho, more people, as Fee says. Now who are these more people? I do notice that I see Alice among them. It's obviously somehow the same Alice that's in the coffin in 999. The same Alice that's, you know, dropped hints about all throughout the game. So obviously she was significant, and from what I heard from a friend of mine, these games were all written in advance, so they are all interconnected in very specific ways as far as I know. So correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe add some more detail in the comments if you'd like to, that'd be cool. I don't know much of this stuff, and I'm going to stay as blind on these games as I can until I finish these Let's Plays. But yeah, Alice is here. I'm not sure how she got out of the coffin, but her coffin was empty. Now, of course, there was the theory I had that the actual body of June... I started explaining this theory of mine in my first episode, but I don't think I really got it all the way through explaining it, because my brain, obviously, if you watched any length of any of my videos, and if you have, you're awesome, thank you. You know that my brain bounces everywhere and back and everywhere and back all the time. I theorized that June, which is the version of Akane that was following Junpei around and was in the second Nonary game, is basically like a manifestation of the morphogenetic fields connection between Junpei and Akane's spirit, I suppose, and through going through the game again, they were able to change the outcome because of morphogenetic fields, I guess. The moment that I think they all arrived in the same place, that's when whatever morphogenetic fields magic-y stuff that was happening started, and that's when June even came into existence. Meanwhile, Akane was always in Alice's coffin that entire time. Like, the actual Akane. Maybe, like, somehow she was able to go into Alice's body, and so Alice is actually Akane? The more I actually think about this, more than I already have, the more it kind of starts to fall apart. I have a feeling there's plot holes that they haven't even addressed, which is why I can't really seem to string together a theory that makes sense. But in my defense, it has been months since I played that game, and when I was done playing it, my brain was done thinking about it, really. And so, you know, I returned to thinking about the game here and there, like I always do, in this time, in these few months since I played the game, but I likely forgot some important details. But yeah, like, all I know is for some reason Alice is here. Maybe a more likely theory than mine is that it's really just Alice and she escaped from her coffin. And maybe June really did just kind of manifest herself in a different form that somehow has Alice's garb on it. After the game was done. Again, like, how did that all work? And is she actually alive? Is she actually alive? Or even if she's alive in some form, is she truly alive? I don't think that was ever really answered. Is that truly her we see at the end? I think so. That begs the question, who is this woman who I do believe is Alice? Like, the woman in that freaking coffin. Also, I'm very aware that the only thing she's wearing for a top is a necklace over her boobs. So that's cool. Because Uchikoshi, I guess? Or some other perv that designed the characters? I don't know. Did Uchikoshi design the characters? I would not put it past the man. Especially because he obviously is one of those seemingly all Japanese men that have a breast thing. I'm sure not all Japanese men do, but enough for it to be so fucking pervasive in media that it's ridiculous. Now that I think about it, Hongo said something along the lines of Alice was never in that coffin. Instead, that plant was there. The plant that he used to make Soparil. So maybe, like, Alice actually escaped and somehow planned for that second Nonary game to happen on Akane's behalf, or really just put it there for some other reason. Man, I don't know, man. This is... Man, there's definitely some things that need to be addressed before I think I can make any kind of sense out of 999. Truly. Fully. And I just hope that it actually ever does that. But frankly, I'm expecting this to be the kind of series where Uchikoshi specifically leaves questions by the end of Zero Time Dilemma, because it's just that kind of series, right? It's a mystery series that's supposed to keep you guessing. I kind of hope not. But we'll see.
Looks like an old guy, a young man, 2 girls, and...
A kid?
They're all wearing bracelets. Probably safe to assume they're trapped here too.
Yep. Right, well, let's go say hi then. Hey there! Any of you guys know what the hell's going on here?
No, we don't. I haven't been out here much longer than you.
They grabbed you too, huh?
Grabbed? Yep. Classic Zero grabbing people thing, but who's Zero this time? If it's Akane again, what the fuck's your reason this time? Are you still not alive? Oh yeah, there's the 2 milkmen go comedy in blood. I hope that's not... I hope that's red paint. I really do. Anyway. Oh yeah. I got in my car, and if it's blood, I hope it'll explain whose blood that is eventually there. I got in my car. I went to start the engine, and then there was this white smoke.
I think we all shared that particular experience. The smoke seems to be some kind of general anesthetic. When I woke up, I was in one of these elevators.
Except they're not really elevators. They're called ambidex rooms. Ambidex edition, ambidex room. Zero in their naming conventions again. I'll just call Zero they until... well, until they're revealed, basically, because I think that's... I mean, I'll speculate my ass off, but I'll try to call them they until we get some answers, because... yeah, we'll see.
No! Mr. Dio and I were in the same elevator, but...
Wait, which one of you is Dio?
That would be me.
Oh yes, the cowboy man. I've seen many things about this man online, randomly. He seems to be a fan-favorite character. And he's, you know, that's valid. He's a pretty cool seeming dude, the cowboy hat. And he seems
This little guy here is Quark.
nice to meet you, mister.
Right, nice to meet you too. So, what about the rest of you?
Tenmyoji, Alice, and Luna all woke up in different elevators. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you've got it right.
So, you'd be Tenmyoji then, right, sir?
Yep.
And Alice is...
Me. She's Luna.
Hello.
Luna's cute.
It's very nice to meet you.
Okay, it's not all she's wearing for a top, she's also wearing a jacket, but Jesus Christ. To have only a giant necklace covering your nipples. That's bold, I'll give her that. Hey, nice to meet you too. What's she so nervous about? Maybe the fact that the lady next to her is not covering her chest at all. I don't know. I feel like that would make a lot of people nervous. I don't know why. I just kind of feel like that. Also, like, man, that is a very thick fucking plate of gold. That must be heavy around her neck. I mean, think about that. If she doesn't have horrible back problems already because of those boobs, I feel like the fucking necklace wouldn't help. This woman has a spine of steel. That's my theory.
And you are?
I was just so mesmerized by why they designed Alice like that, and trying to understand it all. And I can't. I just didn't even comment on Luna. She's adorable. That's my comments on Luna so far. And yeah, it's freaking... this man is beautiful. Look at him. Look at him in his red, flamboyant, red, gold, black jacket. He's got sort of like a matador thing going on. And fucking... that fucking top hat. Look at this dapper motherfucker. Look at him. This bundle of laughs is fee. Good to meet you all, I guess.
Say that again.
You know, to joke with her still after your experience with her in the elevator, that takes balls. I'll give Sigma that, but I think he's kind of pushing it at this point. Hell, I think he was pushing it with her before, but that's what made their dynamic so hilarious. And this malnourished Sigma, are you wanting to... do you want to fucking die? Dude. Are you literally wanting her to fucking kill you? Now listen, I understand. I'm a masochist too, but that's a little too far. And this malnourished harpy's feet. Rip Sigma. We knew him well.
Bastard.
Are you two...
Not likely. Wait. It feels so very Uchikoshi. It's not just Uchikoshi. It's a Japanese thing. It's like, oh, a male and female character are together and they have a weird dynamic. They've got to be a thing! It's not necessarily true, man. But I guess I don't really blame him, because they've got a very old married couple thing going on. Honestly, a little bit, the more I think about it, so it's like they bicker in a way that's very, like, relationship-y. So, that elevator was the first time we'd seen each other. I think. Yeah, see, okay. I have a little bit of a running theory right now. They do know each other. I don't know how exactly, but they do a little bit. And their memories were suppressed somehow. But, like, there's been a few little hints here and there, man. Like this I think there, right? It really seems like that's deliberate. Like that the game is telling the player here that Sigma's actually like, wait, hold on, maybe I do know her somehow. And then she knew his name was Sigma, so that's her. You know, I was thinking about it. I thought it was, oh, it had to be a morphogenetic fields thing with someone. That's how he knows her. She knows his name. But I guess it could also just be she knew him, but somehow their memories were suppressed or something. Chikoshi definitely makes you thonk and try to theorize. Regardless of if those theories are, like, any good at all, it's not really the point, and I don't really think a lot of the time mine are, but they're fun to make, so hey.
You think?
Never mind, forget I said anything. We met just now, in that elevator. That's the truth.
See your bracelet there?
Huh? I'm liking the voice acting so far, especially his. I think his voice acting's very good, along with Fi's as well. Oh, yeah, sure.
And yours. Fi, right? Now let me have a look. I thought so.
What?
Quark, you and Dio show them your bracelets.
Pair and 3 again, but they have colors. I thought the pair would have a different number, but it has a different color. So what's the differentiation there? Just like Fi and I. No, wait, the color's different. Ours are red, and yours are blue.
Oh, sharp eye there.
What about yours, sir? Tenmyoji, right?
Show him yours too, ladies.
Solo, Solo, and Solo. Interesting, and they all have a 3. So what does the number mean this time? This is how they avoid the one odd person out thing. There's 3 odd people out. But what the hell does that mean? I really wonder, man. Oh, red, blue, and green? They're different. You've all got 3s, but your bracelets say Solo.
Right. You figure it out then?
Figure what out?
Sigma and I are the red pair. Dio and Quark are the blue pair. Each pair got put in the same elevator, but Tenmyoji, Alice, and Luna were all solos. So
they got put in their own separate elevators. Okay, that's great and all, but what do pair and solo mean?
Don't got the foggiest idea.
Well, that's helpful.
I don't know why we're split up like this either.
Does anybody know what the 3 means?
Wait!
Maybe it has something to do with the game.
Okay, I recognize the fuck out of the voice actor for the kid. I don't know, Quark, I think, right? Game? Oh, yeah.
Yes. And I'm calling it the Nonary game!
I love this. I honestly love hearing that for some reason. It's just so full of fucking passion, I guess. I love it. And weirdness. And the more you look into the rabbit's eyes, the more you're like, oh god, look at this fucking psychopath. Cute with a not-so-hidden layer of malice. I think that's exactly how they wanted to design him to. How they wanted him to come across, and he does. Both in the voice acting and in the animation and the model by the by, so kudos to the voice actor again, and the artists as well. Anime artists are awesome to me, because they always have these interesting creative designs. You know, they really sit down and really try to make characters stand out in a way that I really don't think Western media replicates in any real way. Of course, you have unique characters in Western media, but there's a design philosophy that goes into anime-style things that I always really appreciate. Like, looking at her, right? She's got that necklace on that looks like a blue bird in a cage. That's an interesting idea, right? And then her sleeves have those interesting loop-de-loops on the design. It's not like there aren't normal clothes in these games. They're all very interestingly designed. You know what I mean? Clothes, jewelry, everything like that. It's all got flair. Frankly, a lot of Western designs, I can look at them and go, that's generic. But anime, not often do I do that. Definitely I do sometimes. But most of the time, it's like the design philosophy over there is generally make each character very unique and interesting in their own right to look at. You guys saw him too, right? That rabbit thing?
Yes. In the elevator.
He said something about the elevator falling.
Okay, so this dude, this kid, is voiced by the same woman who voiced Chie in Persona 4. And now I'm gonna look up her IMDb, because I'm starting to really like doing this with voice actors I recognize, and spilling to you the things that I recognize them from. So let me see if I know her from anything else other than being Chie in P4, because that is absolutely her voice. The others explained that after they'd escaped from their own elevators, they'd gone around the warehousey room we were in and tested the doors. Unfortunately, it turned out they were all shut tight and impossible to open. Motherfucker. I added that motherfucker in, but I feel like Sigma would say that, maybe. They had been about to try and open this door, the one with the 9 on it. And Phi and I appeared, so there's doors with 9s on, but interesting how there's a door with a 9 on it right here. Yeah, this is a very different game, but, you know, I really wonder what the purpose of this one is, like I keep saying, because the first game was designed the way it was in order to punish the people responsible for the first Nonary game and also to resurrect Akane. I have a feeling this Nonary game also has some sort of supernatural purpose like that, too. And the fact that they put Sigma and Phi together, and also Quark and frickin' I forgot Cool Dude's name already. I'll remember names as soon as, well, I remember them. Enough repetition and I will, thankfully. Well, yeah, the pairs are obviously significant, but how? And the solos are obviously significant, but how? But they have 3 solos. Why? So, any chance this one will open?
You think we'd have done it last if there was?
There's some sort of, I don't know, machine off to the left here, but...
Well, give it a shot, why don't you?
Looks like force probably isn't gonna work either. Damn. Well, I didn't really think that'd work anyway.
I don't think you'll be able to force that door with anything short of a tank.
Yeah, it definitely looks sturdy enough for that to be a good assessment, I'd say. I really like the way he speaks to Fire. It's just, you know, he gives off super cool dude vibes, and hell yeah, I'm there for it. Although super cool woman vibes are even better to me. Why do you think Phi makes me horny? Because, like, she's got some of that, and damn, that's my thing. Anyway, alright, well, how about those 3 doors over there?
I told you already.
Oh yeah, I was gonna look up her, the voice actress for him. I think Quark is a him. But the voice actress is a woman, and she voices Chie in P4, as I said. I'm gonna look at it before I forget again. Alright, Aaron Fitzgerald is also, in addition to being Chie in all of the P4 spin-offs, of which there were a billion, you know, Q, Dancing, Arena, and the anime, she is also Midori in Devil Survivor, the original, which, by the way, I intend to do Shin Megami Tensei out the butthole on this channel. I've played, I've more watched a friend play both Devil Survivor games, so I'm familiar with them. I've dabbled in SMT4, SMT4 Apocalypse, and 5. I intend to really play those, and I also intend to play Soul Hackers, and then get Soul Hackers 2 and play that. And I intend to do that all on the channel. So, stay tuned, friends. Wow. Basically, I'm just gonna go down all the fucking Atlas rabbit holes, man, that I haven't already. And so many other game rabbit holes. I have so many games to play into the content of. Okay, she's also in Persona 5 as Wakaba, so a very minor role, but she's in Persona 5, which is one of my favorite games ever. And by the way, totally check out my Let's Play of that game. Wow. Self-plugging, yeah. She's in Rune Factory 4 as Fort. As a hard rule, every single game that I mention here, I intend to do on the channel in some form. But yeah, Rune Factory 4 as Fort. She's also in God Eater as one of the character voices, God Eater Resurrection. She's also in the God Eater anime, and she's also in God Eater 2 as a character I don't remember the name of, because I never got super far in God Eater 2. Scarlet Nexus, Code Vein, I have and will play all of those on the channel as well. Those are the games I recognize her from, Erin Fitzgerald. She's in a lot more games and other things, and she's been around, I think, longer than Fi's voice actress, actually. She's been around since at least the 90s. The oldest game I recognize her from, or at least that, like, I know what the game is the original Soul Hackers, which I plan to play soon enough anyway, so there's that. Long story short, Erin Fitzgerald is a prolific voice actress, and my ass is planning to be an even more prolific series maker than I already have been, because goddammit, if you look at my channel, I'm proud of all the videos I've gotten done, all the big series I've finished, and I intend to only finish more and more and more. Anyway, friends, let's keep going. I love video games!
Each one's got a digital lock on it.
Yeah, that is so that's literally Chie's voice. She's got more range than I thought she'd have. From some of the oh wait, what else did I recognize her from on that list that I forgot to mention? There's one voice I was like, whoa, that's her too? But I forget what voice that was that surprised me. But it was an older woman's voice that I swear to God was nothing like this. But maybe I just had it wrong. But I forget what that character was, and I'm not gonna go back and look now because I want to keep going.
We can't pick the lock, and we can't break down the door.
You sure about that?
Why would I lie?
Yeah, she's obviously leaning more into the boyishness. Because, you know, Chie is a tomboy. Chie from P4, so she's obviously got that too, but, like, it's like she's trying a little bit more to lean into the boyishness, and I hear that. But I can't unhear Chie. And I don't want to either. Chie is awesome. Okay, are there any other ways out?
No, unfortunately. Not that we've found, anyway.
Great.
Well, there is one thing I'm a little curious about.
And that is?
I was the first to escape. That means I know who was in which elevator. I watched all of you come out, after all.
And?
Well, I was in the 1/3 from the right. Tenmyoji was the second out. Your elevator was second from the left, I think.
Good memory. Yeah, that's where I was.
Third was Luna. You climbed out of the rightmost elevator, didn't you?
Yes. That's the one.
Dio and Quark were next. You came out of the elevator next to Luna's, right?
Yeah, we did.
And finally, the two of you were trapped in
The third elevator from the left.
Wait, then...
Yes. No one has come out of the leftmost elevator.
Oh no. See, is there a dead person in there? Is there a 10th person or not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. Yeah, there's only 7 people here, right? Yeah. So... Ooh, if there's 9 people again, it's called the Nonary game, still. So I'd imagine that there's 2 more people in that one, or there was. Or they're about to come out. I don't know which. Either that or no one was in there to begin with, but if so, why?
Are you saying there's still someone in there?
I can't say for certain, but it does seem strange. Maybe we should go take a look.
These poses are weird. Like, what are you doing with your arm, lady? Is your wrist even meant to bend that way? It's clipping with your bracelet. Yeah, these models in the animation is strange. But I've definitely heard that before, so it's a common thing people notice about this game that isn't that great, but oh well. Yeah, good idea. I really feel like they should have stuck with the much more polished 2D models in the first game, like really. It's so much easier to look nice. To make look nice. Hey! Anybody in there? If you can hear me, I don't know, make some noise.
Nothing.
Hey, look at this!
Ambidex room.
Is that some kind of card reader? Maybe it unlocks it or something.
There's one next to each door.
What do you think Ambidex room is supposed to mean?
Well, it says it on all 6 of the elevators.
Maybe it has something to do with the game that Zero was talking about.
Oh, the Nonary game Ambidex edition?
Maybe, maybe not. I mean, like, why would it not, though? Whatever, Sigma. I don't think we really need to worry about that right now, though. We should be figuring out what's inside this thing. Anybody got a keycard?
Nah. I got nothing. Not even dirt.
So they've taken everything we were carrying? Wonderful.
The rest of us dug through our pockets as well, but it was pretty obvious that Dio was right. My own were completely empty. There wasn't even any lint in the creases.
Maybe there's no one in there.
No, there is. There's gotta be. Didn't I hear banging? So I think there's someone in there.
What makes you so sure?
Huh? Wait a minute. Oh!
What's that?
See, I heard banging. I knew the game did that on purpose. Although, did anyone hear that? I don't know. Or did I hear that right? I think I did.
Look! It's opening! There was someone in there!
Hoost. Yep, 2 more, 9 people. Someone's carrying someone, I think. Yeah, it's Clover. I've seen her. Of course she's here. And then, yeah, I've seen this robot guy, too. In Art of the Game.
Clover!
Wait, Alice knows her? Is that really... I wonder if it's actually... basically... Akane, then. If Alice... this version of Alice really is actually Akane in her body? That would explain knowing Clover.
Are you okay? Clover, wake up!
Like, if that really... if I am on the nose about that, I'll be surprised. Honestly.
What did you do to her?
Nothing. She was like that when I woke up. I really wouldn't worry though. She should be alright. Her breathing is steady. I believe she's only sleeping.
Then she hasn't woken up since they kidnapped her.
Kidnapped? Begging your pardon, but I'm afraid I don't understand what you mean. Where are we? And who are you?
Who or what are you is what I really want to know. How about you tell us who you are first? You leap out of that box dressed like some kind of robot, carrying an unconscious girl, and we've only got your word that you didn't make her that way. I think you owe us an explanation, pal. Well said, Sigma.
Who am I?
What?
I don't remember. I don't remember anything. I have no idea where I am, or who I am, or what day it is. If you happen to know any of those things, I would very much appreciate it if you shared that information. Not knowing one's identity is... vexing.
Oh yeah, very original. The amnesiac routine. Please, how are we supposed to take you seriously when you're wearing this robot suit? We can't even see your face. You gonna tell us someone forced you into that thing?
I assume so. Seems the most reasonable explanation. When I woke up, I was wearing this... armor, I suppose you could call it.
You look pretty calm for a man who doesn't know who he is.
Look? That's an odd choice of words. I'm wearing a mask. How would you know how I look?
You know what I meant, you smartass.
Oh, she's waking up.
There we go.
Clover, are you okay?
How do you know her? Again, my theory right now is she's actually Akane, but,
Come on, talk to me.
Either that or Alice is really the one that woke up at the end, and she just got to know Clover in that time?
Alice, where are we?
And what happened to... You know, the guy in the robot suit speaks pretty proper. So could he be Snake? But no, his voice is different than Snake's, I think. But that doesn't necessarily mean they didn't just get a different voice actor for Snake, or that there's a voice changer in there or something. Once Clover had woken up, Alice explained everything we knew so far. She listened silently until until Alice mentioned Zero in the Nonary game, and then her eyes went wide. Yeah, this would be her third Nonary game, poor girl.
What? No, that can't.
Okay, her saying that with that smile on her face. The models, man. I really understand why people complain about the models. The more I play it, oh god. Oh well. I'm loving the game so far. I don't think it's going to take away from my enjoyment of it. The blood drained from her face, and she wrapped her arms tightly around herself. What did she know? As Alice continued to console Clover, the rest of us turned to questioning the mysterious man in the mask.
When did you lose your memory?
When? That's a difficult question. I suppose when I was born. I don't remember anything of my life. Assuming I had one.
We asked him everything we could. We asked him everything we could think of. Birth date, address, occupation, family, childhood. But all he did was shake his head.
I think he has generalized amnesia. It's a type of memory loss. People affected by it retain knowledge like language, social common sense, memorized facts, abilities they've learned. But anything that has to do with themselves is just lost. It's a very serious condition. Most research suggests that it's mainly psychological, not physiological. But in very rare instances, it has been shown to result from severe head trauma.
Do you have any idea what might have caused it?
Maybe I had a really bad breakup?
I find it funny that he can joke about that. He was making a laughing sort of noise, but his expression didn't change, because he's wearing a mask. I mean, it might change, although is that really a mask? Is that his face? Like, what even is he? Is he really a robot? Although he seems to be convinced he's in a suit. With the mask on, there was no way we could tell if he was smiling or not. But his voice sure didn't make it sound like he was.
Bullshit. This guy's obviously full of it. Tell me you're actually buying this.
Dio's outburst was greeted with an awkward silence. It wasn't that we trusted the robot man, per se. Only that it seemed clear he was in the same boat we were. There was a bracelet on his wrist, too. Close inspection revealed that his armor fit around the bracelet. In other words, the bracelet was attached to his arm like ours, and not simply part of his suit. There's like a recess built into the armor for it. Fancy. It's like the armor was fabricated by Zero or someone associated with it, but like, why? Why would he be in that suit? Is there something wrong with him? Otherwise? I mean, like, okay, if you just want someone's identity not to be known, maybe throw them in a suit like this, but why is it like a fucking Iron Man suit? Like, why is it like that? Do they also want to make sure Zero, I mean, or whoever put him here, I don't know, like maybe someone associated with Zero? Is he Zero, basically, in this? But he just doesn't really remember it, maybe? That's possible. I'm trying to really stretch the, the types of theories that I end up having for this game to maybe make them hopefully more accurate. To Uchikoshi's bullshit. If I get anything even close to right, I'll be happy. And even if I don't, I'll be happy because it's fun, man. Fun as hell to just theorize regardless of how true it ends up being. Just like ours, his hand had a 3 on it. It said pair below the 3 and all text was bright green, just like Clover's, probably. Yeah. Clover's bracelet was his hair. I'm thinking he's Snake. It makes the most sense, but he completely forgot who he was. And for some reason, they don't want anyone to recognize Snake. Maybe Clover. Maybe Clover got her memories of her brother removed too. But how does she know Alice? How long had we been there? I still hadn't entirely shaken the last traces of sleep out of my head, and my brain felt foggy and cluttered. Had I been asleep for hours? Days? There was no way to know. They'd taken my favorite watch when they grabbed me and given me the bracelet instead, and unless it happened to be 3 o'clock right now, it wasn't going to be very useful for telling time. With no windows in the warehouse, it was impossible to even guess what time of day or night it was. Time could have stopped and we wouldn't have had the first idea. Damn it! No dice. This thing won't open.
Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah, well, I just thought.
There's a box here. Maybe it's some sort of locking thing, like the ones next to the elevators.
Probably a bracelet scanny mofo of some kind, but I guess we'll see.
I don't think it's a card reader, though.
Hey, what do you think that is? That graffiti over there. See? On the wall?
Oh, yes, that. I was wondering what that was. 2 milkmen go comedy. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean.
Maybe it's saying that a pair of milkmen decided to become comedians? But it's a weird sentence structure. There's a very obvious lack of grammar, and it also seems to be written in blood. Why has no one commented on that yet? So this kind of sounds like nonsense, though.
I think it's somebody's way of saying hello.
Oh, what?
You heard me.
Yeah, I did. I just... What? What the hell was that supposed to mean?
It's an anagram.
An anagram?
Yeah, they tried a lot of names before they worked it down to Tella.
Tella. Anagram, Tella.
Come on, seriously?
Man, Fi's humor is very fucking strange, and I really do love it. Just because, I don't know, she's very weird and very unique. I love her in a lot of ways, especially because of her attitude, but I love her in general.
You've never heard of an anagram?
It's a kind of, wordplay where you move the letters around to create something else. Right?
Exactly. Watch.
With the tip of her boot, Fi spelled out 2 sentences in the dust on the floor. Welcome to my kingdom. Hi, Zero. But how did she specifically know it was supposed to be that? Well, he already said this is my kingdom in the elevator, so I guess that's why. Oh, okay. If you switch it around, yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly. Seems like somebody was expecting us, doesn't it?
Yeah, but... Zero, you gonna show up and explain what the fuck the game's about, what we need to do? I'd like to do another, you know, escape room, because this is an escape room video game. Wow. And I'm starting to really love just going through the puzzles in these games now. Where are they? Pretty rude to invite somebody over and not even offer them a drink.
True. But you're assuming that Zero isn't one of us.
Oof, yeah. See, man, that's a real technically, because, like, technically in Persona 5, really, brain. Technically in 999, Akane was Zero, but also, like, it's like a separate version of Akane manifested that was not Zero, and then there was the Akane who was Zero and also dead. That's what I'm interpreting from the whole mess of that game. So, like, it's not going to be as simple as it's just one of the people standing here, right? We'll see. Hi, Zero. By the way, fucking props to this voice actress. I need to look her up. I'm starting to really like Zero's speech and also hate it.
Huh?
Look, over there.
Shame on you, Fido.
Fido? Ah.
You can't say what I'm about to say before I say it. I've got a plan, you know. I can't just tell you everything at once. Although, things are starting to get exciting.
He has, like, flowers in 3 places on his head. I wonder if that's supposed to mean anything. Just like with the hat. There's probably some sort of Japanese symbolism going on there that I don't get. Or Chinese, maybe? Because, like, to me, the garb, the headdress, and the little, like, top he's got on, it kind of spell Chinese to me. And I'm sorry if that's not what it actually is, and please don't kill me, Chinese people, but that's just, like, what I feel like I've seen more stuff like that in Chinese, I don't know, things or, you know, traditional stuff than Japanese. So I really do wonder what all of his garb is supposed to mean, because a lot of times there's symbolism in the way people are designed in Japanese games, and that's part of why I love them.
Where are you, little bastard? Too scared to come out and face me like a man?
Are you an idiot? I'm a rabbit. You really think a talking rabbit is a
Of course I don't. You're some kind of CG rabbit or something, probably. That's not what I meant, though.
Oh! You meant you want to see the person who's controlling me? Yes, God touched this one a little too hard.
What?
Weren't you listening to Fido? She's clever, you know.
Wait, then you're saying Zero is one of us?
Well, yes. I guess that's one way.
One way to put it. See, it's gonna not be that simple. Just like in 999. I fucking bet all of my imaginary money on it. I don't... You know, again, it's hard to commit
really
because
sure?
these games will pull all the fast ones on me they can. I'm sure Uchikoshi, like, in part of writing these stories, made sure of that. I almost guarantee you. It feels like he's going to subvert a lot of expectations, at least plot-wise.
Right?
Not humor-wise, obviously, already, but plot-wise.
Wouldn't that mean that Zero would have to be controlling you and sending you answers right now? Because it doesn't look like anyone's doing that.
Well, of course they aren't. I'm an AI. I'm an artificial intelligence powered by a quantum computer.
I'm sorry that I keep accidentally skipping the small responses Sigma's doing, but I don't know. It's like, oftentimes I feel like it's not really worth it to just say one word. So I guess I'm waiting for more wordy responses to read, and I don't know why, really, but I guess I'll stick to that, because I want to keep this going. And like, honestly, like, I would imagine that, like, a lot of people would just, especially because Sigma's the one saying all the whats and things and stuff, that, you know, most people would just be listening until he said what he's got to say, so I'll just keep doing that until someone says something more significant that isn't voice acting than, like, a one-word, like, reaction, like, what?
Zero is the one who built me, of course, so I guess that makes one of you my parents! Now, are you a mommy or a daddy? That would be telling.
The laughter is spot on. It must have been hard to nail, I feel like. Again, fucking voice goddess right here. And if it's not a woman, I'll be even more surprised and impressed.
Now, with that said, I guess I should probably tell you that I'm not the one who brought you here. I mean, obviously, I don't even have a body.
I really like Zero's attitude the more I get to hear him too. I'd hate this person talking to me condescendingly, but I love, you know, the dialogue in and of itself and the cheekiness, and I appreciate it greatly.
I'm just the facilitator for this facility. I just do what I'm told to do.
And what do you facilitate?
Didn't I say? The game, of course!
Oh, the Nonary game, Ambidex Edition.
Correct! It's my job to make sure it runs smooth.
No, it's supposed to be over.
There she goes again. She knows something.
So, what is the Nonary game?
Nonary refers to a base 9 numeral system. It can also mean something that is, in some way, related to the number 9.
Yeah, see, his random facts, he's Snake, I'm calling it. But why the fuck the armor? Does Clover know he's Snake? Did her memory somehow get fucked too?
Nona can be used as a prefix as well, where it means essentially the same thing. Therefore, it stands to reason that the Nonary game is a game that deals with the number 9 in some way.
Although, maybe Uchikoshi wants you to think he's Snake. Because, you know, he came out of there with Clover, he's very much like Snake personality-wise, but his, you know, the maskedness. But we'll see.
Exactly. 9 is a very, very important number in this game. After all, 9 is your goal.
Goal?
Yes, goal. You see that door in front of you? That's your door. If you can open the door with a 9 on it, you can escape.
Interesting how they're showing you the 9 door right at the beginning this time, instead of it being something you find very, very much later into the game, like the original, both Nonary games, I do believe, which is really interesting.
What do we have to do to open it?
Yes. Let me explain. Look at your left wrists. You see the bracelet? Of course you do. Now, tell me, Fido, what number is on yours?
I love how he's just taken to calling her Fido. She ain't no dog.
A 3.
What about the rest of you?
They're all the same. We've all got 3s.
Exactly. I'm going to call those numbers bracelet points. If you're feeling lazy, you can just call them BP. Only the people who can get their number to 9 or more will be able to open the door with a 9 on it and escape.
Interesting.
See the box on the wall? That's how you'll get out. Anyone with a greater than or equal to 9 BP can pull that lever and the door will open. However...
The voice acting is so over the top, it's beautiful. I love
There
it.
are 3 rules you forget.
Oh my god, the puns. Would you coaster, please? You motherfucker.
1. The number 9 door will only stay open for 9 seconds.
Seriously, fuck, I love her. Oh my god.
When your time is up, it will close automatically, so be careful. 2. The number 9 door only opens once. Once that happens, it's all over. It'll close for good
Very
after
operatical.
9 seconds, so if you're not careful, you could get stuck.
Oh jeez. Oh boy.
3. Now, maybe some of you are thinking, oh ho, if my BP is too low, then I'll just have someone with enough BP open the door, and I'll just slip through when it's open. Well, that's not gonna happen.
Lappin'. Stop with the rabbit pots!
Think you can be sneaky?
Well, what?
Oh, I really shouldn't say that yet.
I'm onto you, motherfucker.
All you need to know is that anybody who tries to
Stop!
gets hit with a big penalty.
Oy. The more I play these Japanese games with mascots, the more I hate puns. I've noticed a direct correlation. Especially Persona 4. Teddy, one.
What the hell does that mean?
Down in front. I'll tell you later. Yes.
Why did you start making rabbit puns?
Because I felt like it. I thought it might make me sound cute.
Never mind that. You still haven't told us what we need to know most. How do we get BP?
Oh, that's easy. Just use the Apodex room. If you like abbreviations, you can always call it the AV room instead.
You mean those, elevators?
Gold star!
So how do we go about using them?
How else do you use a room? You go in.
You mean through those hatches?
No, I had a hunch you might try that, so I closed those up tight while you were talking. So don't be hatching any hatch plans, you understand? I live in the master computer. That means all the electronic doors in this cool warren are under my control.
How do we get in then? We tried the doors on the front. They're all locked.
There's a card reader next to each one, isn't there?
But wait, hold on. Why do you have to go back in the elevators to begin with? Is there anything else in there? Is it like similar to the safes that they'll just have other stuff in there when you open them? Interesting.
All you gotta do is slide a card through, and there you go.
Where do we find those key cards?
We don't got them. There weren't any in the warehouse.
Oh, well, no. Of course there wouldn't be any there.
Then where are they?
I think you'll find what you're looking for behind the chromatic doors.
Chromatic doors? They're very colorful doors, Sigma.
Right here! You see the 3 pretty doors just to your right?
Hair. Ah, pain.
Huh? Hold on. I thought those doors were locked.
Work.
What?
See those buttons on the sides of your watch?
The nicknames. Fido, Quirk.
Can you press them at the same time?
Why?
To make little boys ask questions. Just press them. In fact, why doesn't everybody press their buttons as well?
How about you stop with the puns? I know you won't, but god fucking damn it. Hey, what's this number?
The 2 digits on the left show hours, and the 2 on the right show minutes.
Does that mean it's 12:10 in the morning?
No!
The number doors are going down.
It's gone from 10 minutes to 9.
So, that would mean this must be counting down to something, right?
Correct. I don't even need to explain the rest, do I?
I'm guessing this is the time until the chromatic doors unlock.
Ding, 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 ding! Very impressive, Tenmioli!
Tenmioli!
Alright! Let us review what we learned. In 9 minutes, the chromatic doors will open automatically.
And for the rest of the game, I will keep doing rabbit puns.
Just like the number 9 door, they won't stay open forever. You have 5 minutes. Once your time is up, the doors will close no matter what. So I hope you've gone through by then.
My fucking god.
That's just the primary door.
What?
Each door in this warren has a twin. Isn't that nice? The chromatic doors aren't any different. There's one door on this side, one door on the other side. Unfortunately, the secondary chromatic door on the other side is locked too.
Couldn't make it easy for us, could you?
Of course you'll all have to split up.
Split up?
Yep. Cleaver, can you tell me what the 3 primary colors are?
Man. Oh god. Cleaver is a fun nickname because of her axe ending in 999. Yeah.
Why are you asking me?
I wouldn't put it past Uchikoshi to have her nickname be Cleaver here because of the axe thing. By the way, speaking of the axe thing, every time, why does she have a permanent smile on her face? That it just makes me think of, you know, the axe ending.
Because you're the only person who hasn't talked to me. I try to communicate with as many people as I can. It helps me improve, you see. I'm trying to get into the habit of doing it all the time. Now, answer my questions. Do you know what the 3 primary colors are? Well...
You mean red, green, and blue?
There we go, a non-smile, but is she supposed to have a smile? Is that an intentional design thing, or did they not have the budget to... Well, why is her resting thing a smile? Is she completely nuts now for some reason? Oh god.
You're supposed to be able to make any color by mixing them, right?
Like, no one else has a creepy smile as their default expression. Is that supposed to be a character thing? I don't know. That doesn't make sense. I don't think so.
So, which colors would you mix to get magenta?
Red and blue.
How about yellow?
Green and red.
What if you wanted cyan?
Blue and green.
That's right! Now, take another look at the nice bracelets you're all wearing. Notice how they come in 3 vibrant colors?
Yeah, we get it already. The red and blue bracelets can open the secondary magenta door together. Green and red can open the yellow one. And blue and green can open the cyan door. I miss anything?
Wonderful! I think you rabbit.
If I really is smart, I love her.
There is one other little thing though.
You're talking about what happens if you've got 2 of the same color, right?
Yep. What do you think happens?
How the hell would I know?
If you want to open a door, but all you've got is one color, then you can use that to open a door with the complementary color to the one you've got.
I see. So if you've got red and red, then you can open the cyan door.
Interesting.
Blue and blue can open the yellow door. And green and...
Right
Interesting.
again! Looks like your brain hasn't rotted away yet, Tenmioli.
Christ, these fucking jokes are savage. I have a feeling they're only gonna get savager.
Just what the hell's that supposed to mean?
It's supposed to mean you're old, dude. What do you think?
Means exactly what it says. I was trying to compliment you, you know. Oh well. Let's continue, shall we? There are 2 types of bracelets. Pairs and solos. That means there's 2 types of players, too. Pairs and solos. In this game, the 2 members of a pair are considered to be a single entity, which means they share the same destiny. Isn't that a good deal? I mean, you get 2 for the price of 1! Unfortunately, it also means they can't split up. All both members of a pair have to go through the same chromatic door. Solos don't have any restrictions like that, though. I mean, why would they? They're forever alone. That means that they can go wherever they want. Yay! Now, let's take another look at all of your bracelets.
Man, is the animation just like a rust job in every possible way? Because that's the main reason that I think that it's like this, because, like, the animations are weird, the models are kind of odd in a few ways, especially facial expressions, and finger shapes. They're fucking boxy, man, what the fuck. Although granted, that might be a limitation of, like, graphics at the time, kind of, but I also think they didn't have a very high budget for the game. I think I literally heard that somewhere too, so. But regardless, like, the facial animations are weird when they're played, and then sometimes they just don't play the facial animations. I wonder if that's a bug or something. But it's weird how sometimes characters talk and their mouth stays closed, and sometimes they open. Kind of don't prefer either, because one's creepy because, you know, they're talking with their mouth closed, and the other's creepy because the facial expressions are really weird. But regardless.
We'll start with you, Siggy.
Siggy. I love these nicknames, man.
What color is your bracelet?
Red.
Are you a pair or a solo?
I'm a pair. Like, for example, are you a pair was, you know, his mouth was moving. But, are you a solo? His mouth is closed. Why? Game, what?
Fight is next!
And now his mouth's closed, and now open again! Anyway, I'll stop, like, lamenting over that as much as I can.
It's just like Sigma's, red in a pair.
The more I get into the game, the less that stuff will bother me. I'm just, like, noticing it now, and just, like, it seems a little weird, especially because, like, the 2D art is so immaculate. So, it's definitely polished over 999, I can tell you that right now. So, it's weird.
What about you, Alance?
They really should have just stuck with 2D art, man. But they didn't, and it's not a good design choice, IMO. Oh well.
It's red, and I'm a solo.
Alas, Alice.
Leo, Court?
Blue.
B.O. B.O. These nicknames are fucking amazing.
Yeah, mine's the same.
Odie, Clover, Odie, all at once?
I'm a blue solo. I'm a green pair.
Green solo.
And finally, who are you?
Wait, what?
Let's see. I suppose you can call me Kay.
I knew it. You were just lying about that amnesia crap.
I'm not lying. This was just how do I put it? A flash of insight, I suppose. I saw the letter K.
So, what does K have to do with anything?
I wish I knew. Sadly, I have no idea. Does it mean anything to you?
Asshole.
Come on now, boys. You can fight later. Now, Kay, can I call you that?
Yes.
I'm guessing your bracelet is the same as Clover's?
That's right. It says pair, and the text is green.
Does Zero not really recognize him? If so, what the fuck does that mean? Who the fuck put him in the suit? Or is Zero pretending not to know him? And if so, fucking why?
Okay, I'm glad we got all that bracelet business out of the way. Now, let us return to the subject at hand. How do you open the secondary door? So, Siggy, what would you do to get through the magenta door?
Well, fine, I can't split up since we're part of the same pair. If we're red, then I guess we should pair up with Luna, right? Since she's a blue solo.
Or you could work with Mr. Dio and me. We're blue too.
Whoops! Oh, celery sticks! I forgot to tell you. You have to have exactly 3 people in your group to open the secondary door. That means you can't have 2 people, or 4 people, or, well, anything other than 3, really.
Then our only choice is to pair up with Luna.
Pretty much. And I guess I should probably tell you that the secondary door won't open until the primary door closes. It's made that way to keep out cheaters. We didn't want a 4th or 5th person just running in at the last minute like, ah, wait for me! When the right people open the door.
We, eh? So accomplices again? But whomst? Either that or the we he's talking about is their singular creator, maybe. And who the fuck is that?
What if the primary door closes first? Then that's impossible! You see, it all makes sense. And you might have run a hair too long in my explanation, but now I'm all done.
A hair, I think quite a few hairs, honestly. Yeah, can you go fuck yourself and let us out? That'd be great. No? Damn. It took a moment to go over everything we've learned so far. What do I have to do to escape? Open the number 9 door. How do I open the number 9 door? I have to get 9 or more bracelet points, also known as BP. How do I get more BP? I don't have the whole answer to that one yet, but it looks like I have to head into the ambidex room to get it. How do I get into the ambidex room? I need a key card for that. Where's the key card? Zero said it's on the other side of the chromatic door. What do I do to open the primary CD? Nothing, actually. Apparently it just opens on its own after a certain amount of time. Pressing the buttons on both sides of the bracelet simultaneously shows how much time is remaining. How do I get through the secondary door? For starters, there's a limit to how many people can go in. Specifically, 3 people. If combining the colors on the bracelets of those 3 people gives you the same color as the door, then the door will open. If everyone has the same color, then you can open doors with that color's complementary color. Matching. Red plus blue equals magenta. Green plus red equals yellow. Blue plus green equals cyan. Complementary. Red plus red equals green. Blue plus blue equals yellow. Green plus green equals magenta. And reading a visual novel out loud equals you gotta drink a lot of water.
Good? Excellent. It looks like none of you have any questions. Yay!
Huh? No, wait. We have questions. Of course we have fucking questions. What's the point of this game? Why'd you take us? Where are we? And who the hell is the real Zero?
Chromatic doors have opened.
Whomst the fuck is that? Entirely different voice. Might just be another robotic voice Zero programmed, but I wonder why it's a completely different voice. Or if that's significant at all. Oh, well, that's convenient. The moment we're gonna ask you any relevant questions, because of course, those kind of questions can't be answered until the very end of the game, and some of them aren't gonna be anyway. I know how these games work by now, though. I'm, of course, expecting this game to turn something about what I understand about how Uchikoshi wrote 999 on its head, but we'll see. Ooh, another staple of the Zero Escape series right here. Fucking really badass and really unique and interesting music. Ooh. God, it's so cool in general, the music in these games, man. Especially the more action-y stuff like this.
You better hop to it and get those secondary doors open.
Fuck that!
Honestly, I'm with Dio here.
We aren't gonna open shit. You can take your lamery game and shove it up your ass.
I love Dio already a lot.
If you think we're just gonna swallow your psychotic crap and play along, you've got another thing coming, you smart-ass little rodent.
I'm a rabbit.
Well, rabbits are rodents, though.
Shut up!
Well, shoot. I thought you might say that. Unfortunately, you have no choice but to follow the rules.
Why is that?
When the time comes, those 3 doors will automatically close. If anyone is left outside after they close, they'll what? They'll be penalized.
You keep saying that. What the hell is this penalty anyway?
Well, death! Your bracelets contain 2 drugs. The first is an anesthetic called Soparil Beta. The other is a muscle relaxant called Tubocurarine.
So, Soparil, same thing developed by Hongo and his company. Which he got the plant that allowed him to make it from the coffin that Alice was in, which is very significant. So Alice plays into a lot of how 999 played out entirely, and she knows Clover personally somehow.
Your bracelet also has a bunch of
Totally don't need to see that.
First,
needles are not fun for me.
Which puts you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the turbourine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
Oh boy. God! I'm not gonna think about that as much as possible. I was about to try to understand how the hell dying like that would feel, but I'm not going to. Cause no. Cause like losing feeling in part of my body is another thing for me. Oh boy. Honestly, I liked exploding better than that, to be entirely frank.
You should know that the Soparil is only there out of the kindness of Zero's heart. Oh, and I mean the real Zero. Not me. Zero just doesn't want to see anybody suffer.
Are you fucking sure? Because, well, the original Zero wanted Hongo and them to suffer, which is fucking valid. But, like, you would not design a game like this if you didn't actually want anyone to suffer, you fucking lying sack of shit. Although, what if it's some twisted thing and they actually mean that? That's possible. And who are they this time? Is it a character we know? Or is it not? Like, is it any kind of character from 999? And if so, how the hell did they end up doing this, and why? Or is it not?
Isn't that just so compassionate?
If I had a heart, it'd be melting right now. Anyway, all it means is that you'll die pretty painlessly, so, hey, there's nothing to worry about, really.
Well, I guess it's, in that way, not any worse than the sploding, because that's also very instantaneous. But, yeah.
Of course, none of that will happen. Just follow me.
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Well then, looks like it's time for me to hop on out of here.
Thank fuck.
Good luck, guys!
Fuck you.
See you all later!
Again, I repeat, fuck you!
Nice trap!
I repeat again, fuck you! So there was poison in the bracelet. I mean, he did already say that before. Either that, or he's fucking lying. Just like the original Zero, with all the bracelets besides those of Hongo and the other people involved in the original Nonary game. It seemed a little hard to believe, but it wasn't like I had anything other than a computer-generated rabbit say either way. What were we gonna do? There was a lot to think about, but we didn't have very much time.
What are we waiting for? We need to go. We need to get through these other doors.
But how do we figure out which door to go through?
You still don't get it? Fine. Just pay attention, we don't have much time. Zero's explanation was pretty confusing, so let me put it in small words for you. There are only 3 possible options. Option A. Sigma and I pair up with Luna. Our red and her blue can open the magenta door. That would mean Clover and Kay would go with Alice. Their green goes with her red to make yellow. That just leaves Dio and Quark as the blue pair, and Tenmyoji as the green solo. The only door they can open is the cyan one. Got it? Option B. Sigma and I go with Tenmyoji, so we can use red and green to make yellow for that door. That means Clover and Kay pair up with Luna to open the cyan door.
I'm guessing as the player we get to choose between these.
This leaves Dio and Quark with Alice, and together, they can open up the magenta door. And finally, option C would be where we pair up with light colors to open complementary colored doors. That means Sigma, Alice, and I go through the cyan door, Clover, Kay, and Tenmyoji go through the magenta door, and Dio, Quark, and Luna go through the yellow door. Problem is, which do we choose?
Please, Sigma, choose something.
What? Wait, what? Why me? Because you're the protagonist of the video game, Sigma. Now do it.
If you don't want to, then maybe Alice or Clover can choose. Or Tenmyoji or Dio or anyone. Once one person chooses, everyone else's decisions will be made for them. But please, you have to hurry. We're almost out of time.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
Well, I guess I'm dooming everyone then, because I have to sit here and listen to this song for at least 1 more minute, because it's badass and cool, like the rest of the soundtrack. Sorry, everyone. But no, it's seriously, like, just whoever the fuck composes these games deserves a motherfucking medal. I have a feeling, because it's already happening, that this game's music will blow me away even more than the first games did. Alright, alright. I'll pick. Nobody seemed upset, but they probably knew as well as I did that we don't have the time for bickering. I took a deep breath and spoke. Okay, Fi and I will save the video game so that we can save before the choice because it's a visual novel. And I will try to pick a different slot for each choice until I can't. Unless I accidentally choose the first slot again, which I will do my best not to do. Like I've done so many times in so many games, including 999 at least once. Let's see here. I'm just gonna pick for now on whoever I'm the most wanting to go with, and to be entirely frank here. I'm really, really tempted to waifu pick here. Because Fi and Alice are both yes to me. I'm just gonna do it. Thinking I'd like to go with Alice and take the cyan door. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah, sure.
That means Quark and I are getting paired with Luna.
I don't have a problem. Miss Luna's
Yeah, she's nice.
That's fine with me, too. We'll take the yellow door then, right?
That means Clover and I will take the purple door with Tenmyoji.
Aw, I wanted to go with Alice.
But how do you guys know each other? Why do you always have a smile on? Clover, please. And how much older are you now? And why are you wearing almost nothing? Oh wait, hold on. That one can be answered by it's an Ochikochi game, probably.
There's something wrong with me.
Well, no, not wrong.
Okay, what is it then?
Well, you're really gonna make me say it? You're old.
What? Well, I'll have you know, I'm as spry as I was when I was 20.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close. 9, 8, 7.
We don't have the time for this! We need to go!
You're getting an earful later, young lady.
Yeah, whatever.
Honestly, it's really cute and also a little bit sexy, although I hesitate to say that part, because I hope she's over 18, but I doubt it. Actually, no, she was already like 20, right? She was already as old as the other people from the original Nonary game were, and so yeah, she's like 25 now. Still doesn't look like it, but she does look a little older. So yeah, no, I'm okay to say that. I'm okay to say that, good. But she's still not really my type. I like more of the hot type, hot sexy types, slash, honestly, like, rather, you know, androgynous or, like, not trying to be sexy types, rather than the very cute types, as you might have noticed by the team I just picked, and the reason I did. Yeah, whatever. And if you didn't notice it by that, you might have noticed it by anything else you've ever watched on my channel, probably. And if you've ever watched anything else on my channel, you're awesome. Hello, welcome back.
Chromatic doors closing.
That's a big map. I know it's a bigger game, though, so... Is this just a hallway?
The door said crew quarters. People probably stayed here.
There are numbers on each of the doors. So they're room 1, room 2, room 3, etc.
I guess we might as well start by opening one of them.
Looks like we were right. This place really says someone lives here.
Yeah, there's a bed and everything.
Yep.
But who would be spending the night in a place like this?
It looks too plain to be a guest room. This room probably belonged to a laborer, or some kind of blue-collar worker.
I see. Well, it's attached to a warehouse, so I suppose that makes sense. By the way, I really do like that pose of Alice's. And the one eye closed thing is apparently something the animators like doing. For both her and Clover, I've noticed.
Guess this is where the people who worked here stayed.
But what were they working on?
Beats me. Why would I know that anyway? I don't know what this place is any more than you do. Your guess is as good as mine.
Do you think it might be a coal mine? Or maybe they're drilling for oil or something.
I don't know about that.
What do you think this hall leads to?
You want to go have a look?
Oh yes, the classic door opening noise from 999. I recognize that. Also, I feel like this song is from 999, but there's definitely some new songs. It might not be from 999, but I feel like it is. I feel like I've heard this particular piano piece. Spoopy piano piece from 999. But correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, friends. Also, like, comment, subscribe while you're at it. Wow, self-promotion! Looks like it's locked.
No getting out of the hallway until we can unlock it then, I guess.
Looks that way.
Alright, let's split up and have a good look at these cabins. Zero told us that there are key cards we can use to open the AB rooms. Maybe there's one hidden in here somewhere. So, let's get started. With a nod, Fi and Alice both moved off to start looking. Fi headed to room 4 and Alice went to room 2. Seek a way out. Whoa!